Sandra Volukas. Sandra Volukas. Would you state your name and address?
I'm Sandra Volukas. Could that be it?
Sarah down here, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm Sandra Volukas. I live at 10,004 Highgate Circle. I am a parent. I am not a teacher. I support our teachers, and I am against high-stakes testing. I have been here before, I have watched other meetings, and I have read Dr. McIntyre's action steps, but yet I feel little progress has been made. I am appalled by some of the attitudes of school board members to the concerns voiced in these meetings and the constant finger-pointing at Nashville as the problem. Yes, this state is the cause of many of our frustrations, but there are decisions made by the leaders of this school system that are causing emotional harm to teachers and students. Here is a list of a few items that Knox County mandated, not the state. 1, Discovery Ed assessments. These are given 3 times per year to second grade and above. The recent memo from Dr. McIntyre states teachers can now decide at the PLC level whether to give these or not. I do not believe it is truly that simple, but rather that the pressure is still there to give them. I don't know why we have these when we have unit tests and chapter tests that measure what our students have been learning. Maybe I don't understand the purpose of Discovery Ed because I've never been given any notification of when they will be given, what the subject matter is, or why they are being given. 2, the K through 2 assessment, formerly known as SAT 10. Standardized testing is not appropriate for this age group. 3, the tripod survey given to all students twice per year. This has since been changed to omit the K through 2nd this spring. This survey should not be given in elementary school, period. In fact, according to the published Knox County Teacher Survey results, the majority of teachers do not feel they are valuable at any grade level. 4, 2 unannounced evaluations for all teachers. The state only requires that 1 be unannounced. This has also been changed recently to allow teachers to know what month they will be evaluated in this semester. If this was a gesture of goodwill, I think it was a poor one. To get the bigger testing picture, in addition to Knox County mandated tests, here are the tests mandated by the state. 1, the constructive response assessment given 2 times a year to 3rd grade and above to prepare students for the new PARCC format. 2, curriculum-based management testing is given up to 3 times per year in the elementary schools. I like to call this the "it doesn't matter if you understand it, it's all about how fast you can read it" test. 3, there are writing assessments for 3rd grade and above taken once per year. 4, the TCAP in elementary and middle school. 5, the ACT in high school. 6, end-of-course tests in all the subjects in high school. Honestly, there may be more tests I am unaware of as a parent because outside of TCAP, K through 2 assessment, ACT, and EOCs, nothing else is advertised. But I've heard all about the cafe specials going on this week through the daily phone calls from the nutrition department. And on the testing schedule on the district's website, once you dig around to find it, you will see there's some form of standardized testing going on every month, which blew my husband's mind. Of course, this schedule does not tell you about the amount of days spent on test prep instead of instruction, including practice tests. Dr. McIntyre's memo on January 21st stated near the end, quote, "We will not compromise our high standards and rigorous expectations for our children and for our staff," end quote. The fact that this statement was first in there at all, and second was underlined and in bold font, was insulting. I don't think anyone is asking for low standards or expectations. We want our children to exceed, and we know the excellent teachers in Knox County will make that happen if you let them. But those standards and expectations need to be realistically attainable, and over-testing our children is not the way to get there. When more and more parents are taking their children to the doctor for anxiety issues, looking at homeschooling, and looking at private schools due to testing pressures, then something needs to change. How do we convince our children to keep going all the way to college when they are over it before they get through elementary school? Stop pointing fingers and make changes necessary to make Knox County schools a more productive place of learning instead of a chore to get through. And for the things you have no control over, stand up to the state and admit there is a growing group of unhappy people in this county, and we want change. This is about our children's education and well-being, not the almighty dollar. If you won't do something, the citizens of this county will come election time. Thank you.
Jennifer Nagel. Would you state your name and address for the record, please? And you have up to 5 minutes.
Jennifer Nagel, 6208 Bryan Lane, Knoxville, Tennessee. A few months ago, I was in my family room watching a school board meeting on TV